Good morning all of you. Welcome to my YouTube channel Manu Search Institute. Today I am going to start coordinate geometry. First of all, I will explain you all the basic things related to this chapter which you have studied in your previous class. We will recall all the things so that it will be easier to you for solving the questions of the exercise. Okay, and after finishing the basic things I will start the exercise. First of all, I will draw a number line. This is, you know that it is a number line and it is endless. This side all the numbers are positive numbers up to plus infinity. Plus infinity means not defined, we can't say what is the last number. This side all the numbers are negative, okay, up to minus infinity. Okay, this side all the numbers are positive, this side all the numbers are negative. This is a number line. Number line means just we are representing simple numbers on this number line. Okay, but in coordinate geometry, we will study Cartesian plane, okay, where two number lines will intersect each other. Okay, if two number lines will intersect each other perpendicularly, okay, perpendicularly means 90 degree. If two number lines intersect each other, it will become a Cartesian plane. Okay, this plane is called as Cartesian plane, where this number line is called as x-axis, this number line, vertical number line, is called as y-axis. Getting? Simple straight line is called as a number line. When two straight lines intersect each other or two number lines intersect each other, it will become a Cartesian plane. Okay, where the vertical line is y-axis, horizontal line is x-axis. This is called as its origin. The intersection point of x-axis and y-axis is called as origin. O we can denote it. This side all the numbers are positive, that's why it is called as positive x-axis. This side all the numbers are negative, that's why this side it is called as negative x-axis. So we will denote it as x dash. Okay, up to this the arrow mark is x, up to this the arrow mark is x dash, because this side all the numbers are negative, this side all the numbers are positive. Similarly, this side all the numbers are positive, so it is called as positive y-axis. This side all the numbers are negative, this side all the numbers are negative, that's why it is called as negative y-axis. Okay, getting? So this will be denoted as y and this side will be denoted as y dash. Getting? So whenever two number lines intersect each other perpendicularly, it will become a Cartesian plane. Okay, and the point of intersection, okay, what is origin? Origin is the intersection point of x-axis and y-axis. Origin is called as the intersection point of x-axis and y-axis. This is called as origin. It will be denoted as O. So one more Cartesian plane I have drawn, so that little more we will discuss on this. So it is called as a Cartesian plane. Now, as I said, this point is positive and this point is positive. Okay, always plus plus will be on first quadrant. The point, if both the positive points are there in a coordinate, then it will lie in a first quadrant. Okay, minus plus will lie on second quadrant. Which one is minus? X point is minus, y point is plus, so it is called as second quadrant. Okay, the coordinates which will carry minus, negative and positive sign, it will lie on second quadrant. Similarly, if both the coordinates are negative, then it will lie on third quadrant. This part is called as third quadrant. Okay, then if the coordinates are plus and minus, x point is plus, y point is minus, so it will lie on fourth quadrant. Getting? If both the coordinates are positive, it will lie on first quadrant. If one coordinate is negative, second coordinate is positive, it will lie on second quadrant. If both the coordinates are negative, then it will lie on third quadrant. If first coordinate is positive for x, negative for y, it will lie on fourth quadrant. What are quadrant? Quadrant means if a whole portion is cut into four parts. Okay, if a whole portion is cut into four parts, 1/4 part is called as quadrant. Okay, its 1/4 part is called as quadrant. Quadrant means out of four parts, if we will take one part, it is called as a quadrant. Similarly, there are four quadrants given in a Cartesian plane. The x point is called as abscissa. Okay, the name of the x points, x coordinates are called as abscissa. The y point is called as ordinate. Okay, the points of y are called as ordinate. The name of the x points are abscissa. Okay, and the name of y points are called as ordinate. When both the points, both x and y points are called as coordinate. Okay, both x and y point are called as coordinate. That's why the name of this chapter is called as coordinate geometry. Geometry means we will draw so many lines. Okay, wherever we will draw lines, triangles, squares, it is taken as geometry. So this chapter will be treated as coordinate geometry, because x point is called as abscissa, y point is called as ordinate, both x and y point is called as coordinate. Okay, and always remember, if I will write 2, 3, this is a coordinate. Okay, always the first point is of x, second point is of y. Always the coordinates are represented with x and y. You don't represent any point with y and x. Never y point is taken first. Always x point will be taken first and y point will be taken in the next. Okay, any point on x axis, any point on x axis is always x comma 0. Okay, how we are getting x comma 0, that I will explain. Similarly, any point on y axis is 0 comma y. Okay, any point on x axis is x comma y. This you have to remember. Okay, any point on y axis is 0 comma y. Suppose I will plot a coordinate on the x axis. Here we will get this is x axis. Here suppose I will plot a point. So on 2, is there any point of y on x axis? Is there any point of y axis? No, because on x axis all points are related with x axis. There is no point of y. So here I will get this point will be taken as x is 2, y is 0, because on this line y axis is 0. Similarly, suppose this point I will mark, the coordinate of this point will be -3, 0. Why -3, 0? Up to this it is -3 and there is no point of y. So this coordinate is taken as -3, 0. That is x, 0. Okay, suppose this point I will mark. Okay, this point is up to here it is 4. But what is the point of y? It is 0, because there is no point of y we will get on x axis. So this is called as x, 0. So whenever it will ask any question, any point on x axis is x, 0. There will be point of x, but there won't be any points of y on x axis. Similarly, 0, y. Suppose I will mark this point. This point up to this y ordinate we have, that is 3, but there is no point of x on y axis. So x point we will take as 0. So this coordinate is 0, 3, 0, because there is no point of x on y axis, but 3 is for y, 3 is the distance from origin to up to this. Okay, similarly, suppose I will mark this point. The point of the coordinate of this will be x is 0, y is minus 4. It is 0 comma y. Getting? So any point on x axis is x comma 0 and any point on y axis is 0 comma y. Okay, next point. The coordinates of origin is 0 comma 0 because x is also 0, y is also 0 here. Okay, this point is origin, x is 0 as well as y is also 0. On this point, this is the starting point for both the number line. From here to this side positive, from here to this side negative. Similarly, from here to this side positive, from here to downwards it is negative. So this point is 0 for both x and y. So the coordinates of origin is 0, 0. Abscissa is 0, ordinate is also 0. These are the things which we have to remember when we are discussing coordinate geometry. Okay, now few examples I will give you. There is a question I have written. The following coordinates lie in which quadrant? We have to tell these following coordinates lie in which quadrant. Okay, just now I have explained you. We will follow the same process. First of all, I will draw a Cartesian plane. First point, minus 4 comma 2. Okay, this is the first point. What are the signs? First sign is negative, second sign is positive. First sign is for x, second sign is for y. I will mark all the quadrants. This is first quadrant, this is third quadrant, this one is fourth quadrant. Okay, so by seeing their sign we will easily able to identify that these coordinates lie in which quadrant. Okay, minus 4 and 2, one is minus, one is plus. Minus and plus, obviously it will lie on second quadrant. Okay, next 3 and 4, 3 and 4, that means both plus and plus. This is also plus as well as this also plus. So plus and plus will lie on first quadrant. Okay, similarly third point, 4 comma minus 2, one is plus, one is minus. This lie on fourth quadrant. Okay, so whenever any question is given, you have to identify that these coordinates lie in which quadrant. You just write the quadrants first and write their signs, that plus plus is in first quadrant, minus plus is in second quadrant. Like this you complete the Cartesian plane. Then you write that these all the coordinates lie in which all the particular quadrants. Okay, in this way you can able to solve the questions very easily. Next example. In the second example, it is asked, plot the coordinates on a Cartesian plane. These are the coordinates we have to plot on a Cartesian plane. So first of all, I will draw a Cartesian plane. Okay, now we have to plot these coordinates on the Cartesian plane. First coordinate is 2, 3. 2 is for x, 3 is for y. So 2 is here, 3 is here. So 2 is here for x axis, 3 is given here for y axis. Just draw a dotted line so that they will meet at a point. This point is coordinate for 2 and 3. Okay, similarly 0 comma minus 1. Okay, 0 comma y will lie on y axis. Okay, next point, 4 minus 2, this is x, this is y. For x axis 4 is here. Okay, and for y axis minus 2 is here. So we will just draw a dotted line so that they will meet at a certain point. So here they are meeting. This point is 4 comma minus 2. Okay, where they are meeting, both the x-axis and y-axis line is meeting, that point is 4 comma minus 2. Similarly 5 comma 3, 5 for x-axis 5 is here, for y-axis 3 is here. So we will draw a dotted line and they will meet at a certain point. This point is 5 comma 3, 5 for x-axis, 3 for y-axis. Similarly last point 3 comma 0, 3 is here for x-axis and 0 is here for y-axis. So here only 3 comma 0 will lie. What I said, x comma 0 will lie on x-axis. Already I told you in the point that x comma 0 will lie on x-axis. There is no point of y, so no need to identify the point on y-axis. It will lie on x-axis. So like this you will plot the graph. Okay, in a graph paper neatly you will plot these points. Okay, now we will start the exercise. Now we will solve the questions from the exercise. In exercise 3.1, the first question is given, how will you describe the position of a table lamp on your study table to another person? You have to explain to the person if there is a table lamp on a table, and how will you tell the distance and the location of the table lamp on your study table. Okay, so first of all I will draw a rough diagram. So I have drawn a table. On this I have located a table lamp at the center of the table. Okay, and I have marked 10 points on the base of the table and 10 points on the vertical line of the table. We will assume that this line is x-axis and this line is y-axis. Okay, so on x-axis there are 10 points which are 1 centimeter apart, and on y-axis there are 10 points, they are 1 centimeter apart. If we will mark the center of the table lamp, and from here if we will draw a dotted line, it is nearly meeting at point 4. Okay, similarly if the center, from the center if we will draw one baseline which is meeting the y-axis at point 5. So this table lamp is located at point 4 comma 5 on the table. Okay, so the coordinate of the table lamp is 4 comma 5 on the table. So we can write that the table lamp is located at a distance of 4 centimeter. Okay, at a distance of 4 centimeter on the x-axis and 5 centimeter on the y-axis. Okay, 4 centimeter from x-axis and 5 centimeter from y-axis, and the coordinate is 4 comma 5. So the coordinate of the table lamp is 4 comma 5 on the table. So easily anybody can identify where the table lamp is located on the table. Okay, next question. In question number 2 it is given, a city has two main roads which cross each other at the center of the city. Okay, so suppose we will assume that this is a city. There are two main roads which cross each other. So suppose these are the two main roads. This is a main road and this is one more main road which cross each other at the center. That means this is the origin. Okay, and these are crossing on east-west direction. This side is always east, this is west, upside is north, downwards it is south, and they cross each other on north, south and east-west direction. Okay, so you have to draw so many roads which are 1 centimeter apart up to 100 meter. Okay, these are the roads or lanes which is going from one way to the other way. Okay, one way to the other way, and you have to mark some points. Suppose you have to mark 4 comma 3, 2 3 4. Suppose this is 1 2 3 4, this is 1 2 3 4. Every line is 1 meter apart. We will mark it accordingly. So the 4 comma 3 point will come on this street. If we will join them on the fourth line of x-axis and third line of y-axis, we will get the points, coordinates. So in this way you have to draw the plan of a city which will satisfy the questions and the conditions. Okay, so you have to draw a model of the city which will satisfy the condition of the question. Okay, so you try this by yourself. If you have any queries or doubt, you can ask me in my comment box. So I hope whatever things are required to solve the question from 3.1 I have explained everything, and all the basic things of the coordinate geometry I have explained you. we will use all the basic things in exercise 3.2. okay, thank you all of you.